Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Underdeveloped. We've been kind of on a little hiatus because if you've been on our channel, we have posts
Yes.
related to our incident.
We'll put the link to the post in the description so you can just read that.
Basically, what happened if you read the post. If not, it's kind of long, so you may not want to read it. But if you're already here, this is what happened. We accidentally dropped the hard drive, so interior pieces got shattered. We tried to bring it to someone. He tried to charge us a buckload of money. Wasn't paying that shit, and it's like it's not worth it. It's not the channel's like lucrative that we could afford to chop off like thousands of dollars. You know what I mean, to repair it. You know what I mean, like. And trust me, it sucks. We lost a lot of this we filmed and we try to put out, but a lot of it gets blocked.
Yeah.
And then Nick got caught up with other shit, so he didn't put it up. He didn't put a lot of them back up in due time. He kind of releases it kind of slowly, because it is a lot. So, so a lot of things that we recorded in advance isn't out yet. Like, we have edited, but we just couldn't get it out fast enough. So we have a lot of things. We have a lot of things in the wind. We recorded the first 2.5 seasons of Snowfall. We got like halfway to season 3. We recorded all of Academia season 2. So luckily we're gonna do the first movie after season 2, and we're gonna do season 3. That's gonna be on camera, but in terms of unless we shipped it to another guy, so we're hoping they have some luck, but it's not looking promising.
Yeah.
So we're doing these videos as contingency, so we're gonna cover what we did watch.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for Academia, we have most of it out. We have season 1 and like half of the season 2 out. So the stuff that we recorded that we can't put up yet until we get the hard drive back. But as I said, more than likely it's not gonna.
Yeah. If you're seeing this, the answer's already no.
So we're gonna cover what we watched that we couldn't put out, which is for Academia specifically. It is for sport. We covered the sports festival. Luckily, we got the sports festival out, but we didn't get to do the internships, and we didn't do the stain stuff, which sucks because it was really good.
Yeah, that's when this show really got great.
Yeah, honestly. So yeah, My Hero Academia season 2 post sports festival arc. So after the festival, all the kids get pretty much signed into little internships, pretty much with other popular heroes. Probably starts to work with the Coast Guard, the SEAL dude.
Yeah, Selkie.
Soki gets caught up in a whole she gets caught up in a whole kind of mission essentially on sea.
She fights smugglers.
She gets nuts. Her whole episode dedicated to that, which was pretty interesting.
They did, yeah.
But then after that, they pretty much said we're done with her.
Yeah.
And here's after she loses to Bakugo in the tournament. Ochako, she Gravity. She decides to train with the battle hero Gunhead.
Yeah.
And he kind of teaches her martial arts.
Yeah, he teaches her how to disarm somebody with a knife.
Yeah. This whole arc kind of shows you there's more to it than just being a hero. It's really a business, and it's about appearances, and it's about appearances, about the actual gritty work.
Yeah,
because that's what Fabi was kind of doing too. She was looking after the ships, cleaning. I literally I'm probably about to get picked up for an internship. I'm in the running, and it'll be fun to play with a bunch of cameras, but more than likely the job will be a little more menial. Yeah, because that's how you begin,
Because we live in a world where there's just so many superheroes roaming around. Not everyone can be the big famous guy. You need to learn how to just basically live your life being an average person if it comes down to that. Yep.
Sure. Bakugo goes with the Gene guy. He has part with the Gene guy, and that was pretty funny. Because their attitudes don't clash at all. He gave him a Poindexter haircut, try to make him become nicer. He's all about appearances. You know what I mean?
But the one thing that Baku doesn't give a shit about.
Momo decides to intern for the pro hero Uwabami.
Uwabami.
Teaches her about jobs, that heroes are allowed to have jobs on the side, and kind of makes her your model for a commercial. And she doesn't really like the idea that she's pretty much getting picked because she's she's attractive, she's cute, and it just kind of leads to a path of insecurity, because that does come full circle towards the end.
Yeah, it does.
I'll say.
She's actually one of the few characters that really grows this season.
Yeah, for sure. So Todoroki realized with his mother, basically he realized that he can use his father's power, while still being independent from him. And so then that comes full circle when he decides to intern with him, because he knows he's a top tier hero. He's number 2. He's the number 2 pro hero in the world. And he knows that he can learn a lot from him. But he knows that even though Endeavor's proud of him, he makes it clear that this is his choice and his choice alone. He's determined to find his path straight up, And of course, Ida's next. Ida partners with like a low tier agency because he really just wants to. Well, this ties into what we're gonna talk about next, which is Stain. Stain is a villain. He has the powers of like blood. Once he tastes your blood, he can momentarily paralyze you.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a lot of knives and shit.
Yeah, a lot of things to make you bleed.
Yeah. Okay. So, but when the League of Villains do immobilize and launch an attack on the city, I mean, like he either does take the opportunity to to split off and track down the hero killer Stain, which then leads to a massive alleyway fight between him. Oh, we even talk about Deku, but we'll get to that with him, Deku, Todoroki.
Yeah, Todoroki was there.
Yeah, but before that, of course, we messed Deku. In turn, Deku didn't get any opportunities. Like, he didn't get, like, nothing.
No.
He got nothing.
So Deku, going back to him for a quick second, he meets up with Gran Torino at his apartment, and from him he learns the better control of his quirk. Instead of using One for All at its maximum strength, only when you really need to, just breaking your body like a goddamn idiot, he instead learns to just use it casually. Like, have it constantly at 5%. All times, sleep, eating, just doing your normal thing, just so he can get more used to it, just so his body isn't constantly breaking himself every time he needs to bust out his power. And Gran Torino decides to take a bullet train towards Shibuya Station, but of course when they reach Hosu City and their train is just randomly attacked by one of the Nomus for some reason, they were like, hey, the city's in trouble, let's go actually do something, let's go fight. And of course that eventually ties into finding Ida and the Stain and the whole fight that we're going into right now.
And that made me think about why that wasn't a thing before. Like, we let Deku fight so many people just to realize that as long as he distributes the power, he'll be safe.
Yeah, like, you'd think All Might would have thought to say something about that.
We let him destroy his body so much. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, like, I mean, All Might wasn't born with this power, so obviously he had to learn it at some point himself. So why didn't he tell that to Deku?
I like Stain. Stain is basically someone who he believes in true heroism. He's tired of the world of My Hero Academia got kind of Boise. So
a little bit.
It's like the pop culture. It's all about the pop culture and the presentation instead of being a real hero. And he wants to filter out the real heroes by getting rid of the fakes, or he essentially feels is fake. Yeah. But he himself is a hypocrite as well because he's a murdering asshole. He does it at the dismay of Handface guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Handface guy's like, why he has all the fucking credit? But he's different. He's more about like, I rather make people hopeless because he's the true villain. Yeah, he's the true evil fuck. But he's a villain with a purpose. So people really take heat to even after he gets fucked up by Todoroki and Deku and him. He's very kind of his own because people really vibe with him.
Yeah. Because
he's kind of a martyr.
Because just like in real life, in his universe of My Hero Academia, the more interesting villain gets more fans. People are more attached to him because they can recognize where he's coming from, at least to an extent.
And that's what makes why the Handface guy hates him so much hilarious.
Why they all talk about him? I want them to talk about me.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so now we should move on to the final exams.
Yep. Yeah, now the final exams.
So the final exams start off, and basically everyone has to get into some fights with their teachers. Momo and Todoroki, for example, are paired off against Eraserhead, the guy who takes away quirks. So basically, you'd think that how this is going to be like, oh, Todoroki's just going to do all this shit, he's the man, he's going to say that. No, Todoroki gets taken up pretty early on. It's kind of Momo's fault, mostly because she was still feeling very insecure. Her head just wasn't really in the game. She was just being a bad teammate because she just got herself too caught up in her insecurities after the tournament loss and then her being objectified by ladies she was interning for. But eventually, she really just turned it around. She just got more confident and stuff. Like, no, I'm here for a reason. I'm here because I get excellent fucking grades. I know my shit. I can find a way around this. And she devises a plan with Todoroki to actually use their quirks together to actually trap Eraserhead in place, just blinding him so he can't actually use his quirk, and they eventually win that way.
Of course, Deku and Bakugo, they face All Might. Damn right. And they had to work together, and it was tough because well, at least on Bakugo's side, he has a lot of ego and a lot of hate towards Deku. But once they finally once Deku and Bakugo kind of found some common ground, when he finally started to work together, they managed to blast past All Might, and they got to the finish line, past the exam. Yeah, I love where these characters are going. This is the best thing. They have a nice ensemble of characters, and I just like to see the potential where these guys are heading.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see where they're going from this.
And then of course the ending, where we kind of already went into it. The hand face guy, what's his name again?
Tomura.
Tomura. He discussed his disdain for Stain, and how the media's obsessed with him, but not him. So
Yeah, that's basically all that really happened.
And Deku whole thing was, which I like, was that he was like, he pretty much was saying that Stain's trying to make the world a better place overall, even though he's doing it by very extreme methods. But Tomura just wanted, he just has a desire to kill All Might and like pretty much eliminate hope. Yeah. That's what he wants. He wants to cripple the world. He wants to make the world hopeless.
Because he just wants to inflict pain because he can. That's very much his shtick.
I'm pretty sure that's going to lead into All Might. Into All Might versus,
All for One.
All for One. Because that's probably the only way they can really do it, by getting rid of him. So, yeah. So, it sets up for a really interesting third season.
So that it does. They're clearly building up to something big.
And that you will see the reaction to, fellas.
Yes, you will. Yeah, we already caught up with everything that happened in Season 2.
Yep, that's it. See you in Season 3, guys, and the movie.
Yeah. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and keep your eye out for when the My Hero Academia movie 2 Heroes comes out.